Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Hello dear students, welcome to another lecture. So in the last lecture, in the last video, we had started with the drama of your class 9th alternative English, The Tale of Ivan the Fool. We had read the scene 1 and now we are going to proceed with the scene 2. So we had read that the three imps, as instructed by Devil, are set to work on creating a problem between the three brothers so that they could fight. So we'll see whether they were successful in doing that or not. So, yes. The first narrator says, the imps set out on their task at once. So, as told by the devil, they started to work at once. The second narrator asked them, did they succeed with all the three brothers? So, whatever their plan was, were they able to accomplish that with all the three brothers? The narrator once said that with Simeon and Taras, yes, the plan was successful. They spent all the money they had and went back to Ivan for help. Narrator 2 said that Ivan must have given them more money very generously with a big heart, although he himself must have had very little. So now that the second narrator also knew the kind of person Ivan was, so he said that I'm sure Ivan would have given him all the money despite the fact that he himself had very little money. So, narrator 1 said, yes, that is true. But the spoilt milk soon made it difficult for him to work. And when the ground was made rock hard, it became impossible to plow. So the narrator said that yes, that is true, but when Ivan drank that spoiled milk, his stomach began to pain. Moreover, the soil was so hard that he was not able to plow it. He was not able to work on it so that he could grow crops. Narrator 2 said that so that means the imp succeeded in this mission. So the narrator 2 was like, that clearly indicates that all the three imps got what they wanted. Imp 1 and 2 had failed Simeon and Taras, and Imp 3 had also, succeeded in failing Ivan. Narrator 1 said, no, Ivan was not one to give up so easily. So, the first narrator said that no, that was not the case with Ivan, as he was not that easy, to give up or to be brought down. Now, the scene has been described to us. It says, a small patch of land is seen amidst a few trees. 4 broken shovels lie on the patch of land, and the third imp is dancing about in joy. He runs to hide behind a tree when he sees Ivan approach with 2 more shovels. The imp watches him closely from behind the tree. Ivan seems to be in immense pain. So there was a small patch of land. Amidst means in the middle of. So there were a few trees, and in the middle of those trees there was a patch of land. There was a portion of land which Ivan was trying to plow. There were 4 shovels which were lying there broken. Now, what are the shovels? Shovels are the tools. This is one of the tool which is used to plow the land. This is used to make space in the land so that crops can be grown. Seeds can be sown in that. So, there were 4 shovels that were already broken, and the third imp was dancing very happily because according to him, he had also succeeded. When he saw that, he went behind the tree and he saw that Ivan was approaching. Ivan was coming to that place with 2 new shovels. The imp stood behind the tree and began to watch him very closely. Ivan seems to be in immense pain. So it was very evident that Ivan was in a lot of pain. Okay, that stomach ache was very bad. Ivan says, "My stomach aches terribly. I think it's the milk I had." He reassures himself. There's only one more strip of land to be plowed. I should be done with it soon. So Ivan was talking to himself and he was complaining about the terrible stomach ache that he had. And then he reassured himself, he gave this answer to himself that it's okay, even if I am in pain. There is just one more strip of land. There is just one more narrow portion of land which is left to be plowed by me. So he knew that stomach ache was because of the milk, and he just thought that he will plow that small piece of land that was left. He begins to plow the land with one of the shovels, but as the shovel touches the ground, he struggles with it. He tries repeatedly, but it seems to be getting harder with every strike. So he begins plowing his land using the shovel. As soon as the shovel touched the ground, he was struggling with it. He was not able to pull out any soil using his shovel. And he continued to try on it. And with every strike, the land was becoming harder. After another try, he rises with a look of pain. It's been a bad day. Even the shovels don't seem to work. He waits a little before continuing doggedly. I won't give up. If these shovels break, I will buy more. So you see, after another try, he rose. He had a lot of pain in his eyes. And a lot of pain could be seen in his eyes. Obviously, when you are in pain or when there is any problem that you are into, that reflects on your face very well. So he was seen saying that it was a very bad day because even his shovels did not support him. Even his shovels were breaking. Now he waited a little bit before continuing doggedly. Doggedly means, again, with the same determination, with the same tenacity. He had decided that he was going to plow the lands and he would do that no matter what. So he began again and he said that I am not going to give up. Even if my shovels break, I will rise, I will buy more and will get back to it. Ivan strikes the shovel on the ground again. The imp who had been watching him looks a little exasperated. Exasperated, irritated. So Ivans did not give up. He continued to work on it, and the imp who was looking at him from behind the tree, he looked very frustrated with that. The third imp says, he seems quite determined. Anybody else would have given up by now. Meanwhile, Ivan's attention turns to the tree behind which the imp hides. Unnoticed by the imp, his tail stretches out from behind the tree. So, Imp 3 was talking to himself that Ivan is very determined. And if there would have been anybody else in place of Ivan, that person would have given up for sure. Now, in this duration, while the imp was thinking about it, Ivan noticed that tree behind which the imp was hiding, and imp was not aware of the fact that his tail was coming out from behind the tree, that his tail could be seen. Even if you were hiding yourself, your body behind the tree, his tail could be seen coming out from behind the tree. Ivan said to himself, let me try the ground near that tree. He walks over to the tree and strikes the ground beneath it with the shovel. The imp's tail gets caught in it. So, Ivan thought that he would try the land which is around that tree. He went there, taking a shovel, he struck hard on the ground, and when he did that, the tail of the imp also got caught in it. Now, the moment the imp's tail got caught in it, he started shouting in agony. He started shouting in pain. I'm hurt, I'm hurt. Ivan was taken by surprise. Taken by surprise, he was totally shocked. And he asked himself, who's screaming like that? He notices the imp who was jumping about in pain. So he saw an imp who was jumping here and there with pain. An imp, the devil's assistant. What are you doing here on my land? You must be the reason why my showels won't work. Wait till I teach you a lesson. So, when Ivan saw that he was an imp, he was the assistant of the devil, he asked him the reason why he was there. Also, after looking at the imp, Ivan, he realized that this is the reason for his showels not working, because the imp must have done something to it. So he told the imp that, wait, I am going to teach you a lesson. He runs after the imp, catches him and hits him hard. So Ivan ran after the imp, he caught hold of him and he hit him very hard. Imp 3 said, let me go, I beg of you, I request you, please let me go, I will do anything for you. Ivan said, what can you do for me? And Imp 3 said, anything you want. Ivan further told him that I have a stomach ache, can you cure it? Imp 3 said, yes, I can. Ivan lets the imp go. The imp searches the ground for some roots. So there were some roots that he searched for. He pulls out a few roots and he casts a magic spell on them. So there was a magic spell that he said, and then he gave those roots to Ivan. He said, take these, they will cure you of all diseases. So the imp said that eat these roots and all the diseases, you are going to be cured of them. Ivan said, all the diseases. And imp said, yes, whatever diseases exist on the earth, you will be cured of each one of them. Ivan eats a part of that root and he shows immediate signs of relief. So as soon as he ate that part of the root, he felt better instantly. How do you feel now? So imp asked that, how do you feel? And Ivan said, it's wonderful, the pain is gone. Imp 3 says, he was very excited and he said, now let me go and I will never come back. Ivan said, be gone and may God be with you. So you see the kind of man Ivan was. Though he knew that the imp was the reason for his problems that he was facing on the ground that day, but still he said, may God be with you. Imp 3 vanishes, he disappeared from there, and Ivan said that I need some rest. I think I should just lie down a bit. So he lays his shovel down and rests against one of the trees. Just then imps 1 and 2 come searching. So Ivan, he puts down his shovel and, taking the help of a tree, he rests, Ivan rests, and then the first 2 imps came looking for imp 3. Remember, it was decided that once imp 1 and 2 are done with their tasks, they will come and help the imp 3 accomplish his. So they came there. Imp 2 said, where is our friend? Imp 1 says, it looks like he's vanished forever. The imp notices Ivan and points to him. Ivan is sleeping. He does not seem to be in pain anymore. Meanwhile, Imp 2 notices that the land is not completely plowed. So Imp 1 says that it seems that the third imp has disappeared completely. He looked at Ivan, who was sleeping beneath a tree, and he said that looking at the piece with which Ivan is sleeping, it seems that he is in no pain anymore. And then he also noticed, the second imp noticed that the piece of land was not completely plowed. So imp 2 says that there is still a bit of land left to plow. He takes Ivan's shawl, I shall blunt his shovel completely so that he cannot finish his work. To Imp 1, he says, you take over if I fail. So Imp 2 says that there still is a piece of land which is left to be plowed. So what did he do? He took away Ivan's shovel and he made it blunt. Blunt is the opposite of sharp. Okay. When something is sharp, it is easier for you to dig through it. But with something which is blunt, which is not sharp at all, you cannot do anything with it. So he made the shovel blunt so that Ivans would not be able to complete the plowing he was left with. And he told Imp 1 that if I fail, then you take over me. Imp 1 said, agreed. Till then, I will hide behind the tree over there. So Imp 1 said, okay, and in that meanwhile, I will hide behind the trees. Imp 1 goes to hide behind a tree. Imp 2 uses his powers to blunt Ivan's shovel and hides behind another tree. Almost at once, Ivan begins to awaken from his sleep. Looking at the unfinished piece of land, he rises in a hurry and takes his shovel. So, Imp 1 hides behind one tree. Imp 2 uses his magical powers to blunt the shovels of Ivan and he hid himself behind the other tree. Now suddenly Ivan awakened from his sleep and he saw that his work for the day was not done. So he got up in a hurry and he took his shovel. Ivan said, I must hurry and finish the work. He begins to plow. Imps 1 and 2 look out from where they hide, while Ivan struggles with the blunt shovel. The shovel is still giving trouble. Maybe it needs to be sharpened a bit. Ivan sharpens the shovel on a stone and returns to plow. From behind the tree, Imp 2 uses his powers on the shovel again. When Ivan strikes the shovel on the ground, it is hardly blunt. Okay, it is already blunt. Ivan is taken by surprise. So what happens? Ivan says to himself that I have to be very quick and finish this work. So he begins plowing the land. Now Imp 1 and 2, they were still hiding behind their trees and they saw Ivan struggling very hard to use that blunt shovel to plow the land. So the shovel, Ivan said to himself, it is still not that good. He said, maybe it is blunt and I need to sharpen it. So Ivan went to a stone, he sharpened his shovel and then he came back again. By the time he came back again, the second imp had already used his magical powers to make the shovel blunt again. Ivan strikes that shovel on the ground and he was taken by surprise. He was very shocked when he realized that the shovel was already blunt. Impossible! How can it be blunt again? I just sharpened it. Let me try and use all my force. He picks the shovel and applies all his force as it strikes. At once, he notices Imp 2 peeping out from behind the tree. So he says to Imp 2, you are back causing trouble again. The imp comes out of hiding. So Ivan said that it is impossible. I just sharpened my shovel and how can the shovel become so blunt again? So he again picks up the shovel and he uses whatever force, whatever energy he had to strike at the ground. The moment he did that, he noticed the imp who was peeping out, who was looking out from behind that tree. Ivan saw him and he said to the imp, so you're back again and you are the one who's creating these problems. The imp, when he heard that, he came from behind the tree and he said, I am not the same, I am another. Ivan said that if you are not the same, then I need to teach you a lesson too. You also need to be taught a lesson. And Ivan catches the imp. He caught the imp. The second imp got very scared and he said, that won't be necessary. Please let me go. I will teach you to make soldiers if you like. So the second imp says that please don't trouble me, don't hit me, let me go. If you want, I can teach you how to make soldiers. Ivan said, why would I need soldiers? And the imp said that you can make them do anything for you. Ivan said that would they play tunes if I want them to? Would the soldiers play music for me if I want them to? Imp 2 said that yes, they would. Ivan frees the imp, who begins to pick some leaves off the ground. Take some leaves, shake them and say. So, Ivan freed the imp. Imp went, he picked up some leaves off the ground, he took them, and the imp suggested that you take these leaves in your hand, you shake them and you say, no more swaying on the branch, no more drying under feet to crunch, every leaf that I see, a singing soldier it shall be. So this was the magical spell that the imp taught Ivan, using which he could make the leaves change into soldiers singing music. Ivan did as the imp asked him to. As he utters the magic spell, a band of soldiers appear playing a tune. Ivan watches them with a look of joy and surprise. So he did that. The moment he spoke that magical spell, there was a band. There was a group of soldiers who appeared in front of him. They were playing a tune. Ivan looked at them with a lot of happiness and surprise. Ivan said, this is magical. The girls in my village will be amused by it. Just look at how innocent Ivan's was. He did not know that soldiers can actually help him fight and conquer as many countries as he could. He wanted the soldiers to sing or to make music for him so that the girls in the village will be amused, will be entertained by that music. Imp 2 says, will you let me go now? Ivan says, yes, I will let you go, but before you go, you have to teach me how these leaves can be turned to leaves again. So how can I change them back from soldiers to the leaves? Imp 2 taught him another magical spell. He said, that's very simple. Just say, no more pipe, no more drum, no more marching tharam. Every soldier that I see, now a leaf he must be. So he said that is very simple, and this is the magic spell that he taught Ivan to say. Ivan repeats the words and immediately the soldiers vanish. They just disappeared from there. Imp 2 says, do allow me to go now. And Ivan says, be gone and may God be with you. So once again he said that may God be with you. Imp 2 leaves in a flash. In a flash means within seconds he just left from there. Ivan was obviously very happy with himself. Now as he was speaking, the first imp looked out from the place where he was hiding and he watched Ivan. Ivan said, not bad at all. I have finished plowing the whole land. Now I must cut some trees and build houses for my brothers. Let me get my axe for it. So Ivan was very happy that with whatever difficulty, but he had managed to plow the entire land. He then decided that he will cut the trees. Using the wood will make houses for his brothers. So he decided to bring his axe for it. Ivan leaves and Imp 1 comes out of his place of hiding. He looks in the direction in which Ivan's had left. So the first imp came out and he looks at the place where Ivan had gone. Imp 1 says, now it is my turn to teach him a lesson. I shall play such a trick that the trees he cuts won't fall. He will try for a while and then give up. His brothers will think he's making an excuse and start a quarrel. He got very joyous and he said, that seems a brilliant idea. So, Imp 1 says that now it is my turn to teach him a lesson. I'm going to play a trick with the help of which Ivan would not be able to cut the tree. The tree would not fall. And if the trees will not fall, he will not be able to make a house for his brothers, and his brothers would feel that he's just making an excuse. And this is how they are going to fight with each other. The thought of this made the Imp 1 very joyous, very happy, and he was proud of himself, as according to him that was a brilliant idea. When he noticed Ivan coming back, he goes and hides behind the tree. Ivan walks over to the tree and looks at it with particular interest. So Ivan also went to the same tree behind which the imp was hiding, and he looked at that tree with a lot of interest. Ivan said, "This rosewood will make for a fine house. I must get started on it at once." Just as he is about to begin chopping the tree, the imp casts a magic spell on it. Ivan chops it repeatedly, but the tree remains unhurt. This puzzles Ivan. Is this a magic tree? I've tried so hard and still it won't fall. He gathers his axe once more. Let me try one last time. So, he looked at that tree, which was a rosewood tree, and he thought that this rosewood will make a good house. So he started to cut that tree. As he started to chop the tree, the imp had already cast his magical spell on it. Ivan continued to chop it, but the tree was not getting hurt. There was no harm which he could cause to the tree. This puzzled Ivan. He was very puzzled. He was very surprised. He did not understand what was happening. He thought to himself, is this a magic tree? Because I have tried so hard to cut this tree, but it is still not falling down. He once more gathers his axe. So he took hold of his axe very tightly and he said that I will try for one last time. Ivan walks away from the tree and stops at a little distance from it. Holding the axe high above his head, he runs from afar and brings the axe down on the tree's bark. The tree begins to shake and slowly falls on the bewildered imp. So, what did Ivan do? He walked away from the tree and then at a little distance he stopped at it. He had that axe holding high above his head. He ran from afar. So he ran from that place which was a little far away from the tree he had to cut, and he hit the axe on the bark of the tree. The moment he applied that force, the tree started to shake, it started to shiver, and it fell down on the imp, who was bewildered, who was shocked and confused. The imp started to shout in pain, "I am dead, I am dead." He struggles to come out from behind the fallen tree. So now that there was a tree that fell on the imp, it was with a lot of difficulty that he came out of that tree. He said to Ivan, "What are you? My magic spell failed to work on you." So the imp one was very surprised. He asked Ivan that what kind of a person are you? Even my magic spell failed on you. Ivan said that you have come yet again. So according to Ivan, it was one of the two imps that had gone. So imp one said that no, I am another. Ivan said, you must be up to some trick like the rest. So Ivan said that you also must have come here keeping in mind something wrong, something tricky for this place. So he picked up his, he was about to hit that imp when the imp said, "Please don't hit me. I will do whatever you want." Ivan said, "What can you teach? What can you do?" Imp said that I can teach you how to make as much gold as you can. Ivan, he looked at the imp very, with a lot of interest, and he said, "Then, show me how to make gold." So the imp plucks a leaf from a huge oak tree. So there was a very big oak tree, and the imp took off some leaves from there. He said to Ivan, "Rub it and say." So he took out a tree, he plucked a leaf from the oak tree. He told Ivan to keep that leaf in his hand and say, "All the leaves new and old, turn to gold, turn to gold." So Ivan did that. He repeated that spell, he repeated that chant, and immediately all the leaves changed into shining gold coins. Ivan said, "This is lovely. The small boys in my village can play with gold pieces instead of stones." You see, again, Ivans did not know the importance of the fact that this much gold could have made him the richest man. But what did Ivan thought? That the children of the village would play with these gold coins rather than the rocks, the marbles. Imp 1 says, "Will you allow me to go now?" Ivan to him also said that, "Yes, be gone and may God be with you." The imp vanishes in the moment. Ivan collects the fallen tree and drags it along with him slowly. So the tree fell down and he started dragging. He started bringing slowly that tree to the desired position. So my dear students, what did we read in scene 2? We saw how the imps had managed, had come with an intention of ruining Ivan, but they couldn't. The third imp, he had actually made, Ivan's milk as he had ruined Ivan's milk, because of which he had a lot of stomachache. But despite that, when he saw that Ivan's was so hardworking that, Ivan's actually struck and he caught hold of the tail of the imp hiding behind the tree. He wanted to hit the imp when the imp asked him that he can do whatever he wanted, and Ivan wanted him to cure his stomachache. The imp gave to him some magical roots which would cure away all the diseases that existed on earth. Then came the second and the third imp as well. So the second imp was again hiding behind the tree. He had made the shovels of Ivan blunt so that he would not be able to use them to plow the land. So Ivan's again got hold of the second imp, and what did the second imp do for him? He taught him how to change leaves into musical singing soldiers and how to change soldiers back to leaves. Then he also disappeared from there. And the third imp, when caught by Ivan, he taught him how to change leaves to gold coins. And Ivan thought that with the help of these gold coins, the children of the village will be able to play well. So with this, my dear students, I'm going to pause here. I am going to begin with the third scene in my next video. So I'll see you all now in my next lecture. Thank you.